Hi, and welcome to the full eBudde tutorial for being a cupboard manager or a cupboard clerk. So we are going to just demonstrate some of the things that you need to do to set up your cupboard if you haven't done so already. When you first get in, just like if you were a troop or a service unit, you'd go to the settings and you would edit those settings. A couple of things that we want to be sure to include is where the actual cupboard location is and a contact information, whether it's a cell phone or any other information that will be going to the public. So people will be able to see this information when they look up that cupboard. The next thing you would want to do is add availability. If you are going to be appointment only, that's fine. You just need to put that into the schedule notes. Just call for that. If you have set hours that you want to be available, you can set up different days of the week that you have different availability. And that'll all be listed in eBudde. If you click the require transaction pickup to be within hours of operation, that'll help to make sure that troops aren't coming to your house at all hours of the night. A couple of things that you'll see is that both S'mores and Toffee-tastic have been marked as unavailable for every cupboard. That's because you won't be receiving any and there won't be any available in the cupboard. And if you wanted to add anybody else to help you, you simply add them as a cupboard clerk and make sure that you update. Next thing that we're going to do is look at how many cookies I actually sent you. I do control your inventory. If you need extra inventory, I do order that all for you, and it'll be once a week. We'll kind of do a re-evaluation of how much you might need for the next weekend and try and get that shipped to you as quickly as possible. We do have a little bit on both sides of the state to make sure we can fill those at least for a couple of weekends, and if we need more, we'll go back and we'll get even more from Little Brownie. But you should be able to see the total amount. Most of you got somewhere around 10,000 boxes or 900 cases that'll be being delivered. You'd be able to see that total on the next one. Transactions is where most of your time will be spent if you're not using the app, but hopefully you are all using the app and watched the additional video that I created for that, so you can see how easy it'll be to do transactions when the troops. So when you do a transaction, you will actually see it in real time. So when you save it and it's completed, it'll automatically take that troop off of pending. If for some reason your phone breaks or your tablet or whatever you're using to do it and you do have to get in here, the way you would do that manually is once the troop comes in, you would fill out the paper receipt, and that's going to look a little bit like down here, and you'll have these instructions too. So you'd fill out the paper receipt for the cupboards, you'd put in their contact information for the troop, the amount of cases that they picked up or packages if you're allowing them to pick up by package. You'd fill out that receipt, then you would store that and then quickly jump onto eBudde, go to the cupboard tab right here, and then do either add a transaction if it was brand new altogether, or if it was in the system but you just couldn't pull it up, then you'd click the button on whatever line it was, you'd click off pending, and then you would say OK. Let's see here, contact info, and you can write who it was. So you just would have who actually processed it, and as you can see, it's taken off pending, and that locks it in for the troop that they can no longer change it. If for some reason they did change the numbers from what they originally said, and you do want to make sure you check that out, then you would still do the same thing and make sure that you've actually updated it, and then you would click save to save that process. That's what you would do for the paper transactions, is just simply come into the actual site and take them off pending. At the end of the season, you should not have any more pending orders. If you do, then we need to figure out if that troop still needs those cookies or if we need to take them off. Each week you might have to, if you didn't have somebody pick up when they said that they were going to, you might just need to give them a call and see if there's some reason that they didn't do that. And you can usually see their contact information right there, so and be able to give them a call, whoever placed the order. And that is basically how to run your cupboard. You can look at the main dashboard once you're looking at it to kind of see what inventory is coming in and out and get a little bit of information there. But that is, you'd be able to see a list of the pending orders that are up. But that's basically what it is. Thanks, everybody.